Tim Dillon didn't hold back when he went after Ellen DeGeneres. His critique hit harder than ever. Picture this. Behind the scenes of her once beloved show, chaos was unfolding. While Ellen was casually dancing with Kristen Bell, the backstage vibe was anything but lighthearted. Whispers of harsh treatment and toxic energy echoed through the corridors. Once atop the entertainment world, Ellen's fall from grace was nothing short of a seismic shift. The be kind persona that had captivated millions cracked wide open, revealing a very different story beneath. And yet, even as her carefully crafted image crumbled, she boldly tried to rewrite the narrative, casting herself as the wounded party in a drama she helped create.
She's actually reportedly complaining about how hard it is for women in America with the double standards.
Look at Oprah, how hard it is for her.
Oh, she's got, like 10 houses, Ellen DeGeneres?
Michelle Obama, look how hard it is for women in America. They're hurt.
Today, we're diving deep into the full story, unpacking every twist and turn. So, buckle up tight. This is going to be one unforgettable ride.
Ellen's rough.
Ellen is like an old.
But it's a rough one now.
It's a rough one now because she was running Abu Ghraib in the back of her show. That's a rough one. She's out there dancing with Kristen Bell, and in the back, there's people that are getting up on the rack like this.
It's so weird when you see, like, a lot of people saying that someone who seems so nice is not nice at all.
She doesn't seem nice, but that's people have a very poor judge of character. She doesn't seem nice. It seems forced.
What makes Ellen's story truly shocking is just how long the darker truth stayed hidden beneath the surface. For more than 15 years, she helmed one of the most beloved daytime shows, delivering thousands of episodes and building a brand celebrated for kindness and warmth. Yet, behind that carefully polished image lay a starkly different reality, one marked by toxicity and silence. For years, few had the courage to speak out, until finally, the fragile facade shattered, revealing a truth that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world.
People that are like that all the time, she doesn't seem nice. It's very forced. And whatever, you're allowed to be a bitch, right? You're allowed to be nasty to people. You're accomplished. You're a comedian. You did the whole thing. What you're not allowed to do is have a Guantanamo Bay situation in the backstage of your show where everybody's walking around afraid for their life, and it's like Abu Ghraib where they're hooked up to wires and they
Dogs
have like
around them.
Yeah, she's got dogs and hoods. If an intern's late, they have a hood on. I don't support that.
While most headlines fixated on a toxic work environment, the truth ran far deeper than a few harsh managers. Disturbing allegations emerged against senior producers, exposing issues of racism, inappropriate behavior, and an atmosphere thick with fear and intimidation. But when the scrutiny shifted toward the host herself, that's when the real controversy ignited, unveiling a complex web of accountability and raising uncomfortable questions about the very heart of the show's culture.
Her show got canceled after she had this testy exchange with Dakota Johnson, where something happened where Dakota said, oh, I had this birthday party, and Ellen said, well, why didn't you invite me? You didn't invite me. And she said, like, no, I did invite you, Ellen. That's not what happened. And Ellen had blown her off. And then tried to play the victim on the set with her. Anyway, it led to article after article of people being like, Ellen's a bitch. Ellen is a nasty person. And all these staffers started to come out, not for nothing, but I know a guy, I know him very well, whose sister worked for her, who said, you were not allowed to make eye contact with Ellen in the halls of that show. If you saw her, this is not a nice person.
For a woman whose personal mantra was famously, be kind, Ellen DeGeneres has found herself at the center of a storm that paints a far different picture. What started as a single tweet in March 2020 from comedian Kevin Porter unleashed a tidal wave of stories, accounts that challenged the bubbly, affable persona Ellen projected for years. Kevin's tweet was blunt and bold. He called Ellen one of the meanest people alive and urged his followers to share their own eyebrow-raising encounters. What followed was nothing short of a virtual group therapy session, as hundreds stepped forward with their tales of coldness and control behind the scenes. One person recalled their experience serving Ellen and her wife, Portia, during a brunch shift at a restaurant. The customer wrote a letter of complaint, not about the food, but about the server's chipped nail polish. She almost got me fired, the person said, stunned that such a minor detail, entirely unrelated to the meal, could provoke such backlash. Another insider from Warner Brothers shared a bizarre story from a showrunner's 50th birthday party. A caterer was grilling steaks outside for a celebratory lunch when Ellen reportedly sent someone to stop the grill because she doesn't eat meat. But it didn't stop there. She allegedly policed her crew's meal choices, forbidding anyone from eating fish. Imagine that, food censorship on a production set. More recently, Adam Carolla, who appeared as a guest on her show, revealed that a producer warned him not to mention meat or beef, topics Ellen supposedly found uncomfortable. "I was like, this guy's scared to death," Carolla said, highlighting just how intense the restrictions had become. Whispers also surfaced that Ellen refused to speak directly with staff, with some employees instructed to avoid eye contact altogether. Behind the scenes, kindness seemed like an illusion.
Now, she's coming back. She's got a Netflix special. That's the right response.
Yeah.
She's got a Netflix special. And here's the capper. On the promo, and apparently there's now articles out about from people who have seen the preview, she plays the victim. And she says, "For me," and she actually has the nerve to say that she was run out of Hollywood. This person
with
she
with $100 million in her pocket.
$450 million, according to Forbes. That's a low estimate.
Financially, Ellen is far from struggling. She's doing more than just fine. But the real story lies in the way she tried to rewrite the narrative with her Netflix special, a move that felt like an elaborate act of gaslighting. Unfortunately, clips from the special are hard to come by, thanks to Netflix's strict takedown policies. Yet, in a revealing follow-up Q&A, Ellen opened up, saying, "I just hated the way the show ended. I love that show so much, and I just hated that the last time people would see me is that way." It's a striking admission that hints at the complex effort to control her public image amid mounting criticism.
Now she's out there saying, "I was run out of Hollywood." She's actually reportedly complaining about how hard it is for women in America with the double standards.
Look at Oprah, how hard it is for her.
Oh, she's got, like 10 houses, Ellen DeGeneres?
Michelle Obama, look how hard it is for women in America. They're hurting.
It's just woe is me. I was run out of Hollywood, as she speaks from this grandiose stage on Netflix. Hello, you haven't been canceled if you are doing a Netflix special. She got $20 million for the one before this. I'm sure she's fine.
I'm sure she's fine.
In essence, her only real regret wasn't the toxic behavior or the harmful environment she fostered. It was that the mask finally slipped, exposing the truth. Not the actions themselves, but how it looked. And that's precisely the sharp critique Tim zeroed in on in his commentary.
She's around for too long. Fallon, all these people, walk away. You've been famous forever. Walk away. Like, eventually, everybody, they're just going to figure it out. Now, Fallon's on an apology tour because of the blackface. Like,
is he?
Well, he was. Like, he had to go around and apologize a million times for, like, they're going to find the thing if you don't go away. You gotta have a good run, and then when you have a good run, you step back and you go, okay, I'm still gonna do my thing, but like, I'm not. I mean, there's only a few jobs in entertainment, right?
Right.
So I think a lot of the cancel culture is probably these motherfuckers want those jobs.
He highlighted a revealing truth. Ellen's frustration wasn't with the way people were treated, but with how the truth came to light. This kind of selective remorse feels hollow, like an attempt to save face rather than genuinely reflect. Ultimately, it's less about true growth or accountability and far more about controlling the narrative and managing public perception.
Ooh. They're like, how long is this going to be dancing? I can dance with Hillary Clinton. I could do the Charleston with Henry Kissinger, whatever she does out there.
The Charleston, is that
She
what it is?
She goes out there to the Charleston. She's got war criminals. Her and Bush are jumping around. I mean,
That's right, she was buddies with
Climbing to the top in Hollywood is never a quick or easy journey. It's years, sometimes decades, of relentless hustling, navigating endless obstacles, and squeezing through gatekeeper after gatekeeper, each one testing your resolve. Even when you finally break through and make it, the pressures don't magically disappear. They just evolve. The industry's power players have long had a reputation for ruthless behavior, and history shows us that the higher you rise, the darker and more twisted those power dynamics often become. Along the way, Many stars have faced mistreatment, exploitation, or worse, trapped in a system where ethics are frequently sacrificed for influence. It's a harsh world behind the glitz and glamour, and navigating it takes more than just talent. It demands resilience and, sometimes, compromise. When it comes to Ellen's attempted comeback, Rob Schneider offered some surprisingly insightful advice. He emphasized that holding on to grudges and constantly lashing out only stalls real progress. At some point, there has to be a reckoning, a coming to Jesus moment, as he called it, where you face the uncomfortable truth, admit your mistakes, and take ownership of your actions, no matter how ugly the words might be. Without that, moving forward remains impossible. Schneider points to one of the most well-known Hollywood examples of this process, Mel Gibson. After years of scandals and offensive remarks, Gibson was blacklisted, seemingly washed out. But rather than doubling down or playing the victim, he accepted responsibility, issued sincere apologies, and gradually rebuilt his career. Today, he's back in the spotlight, working on major projects once again. His journey is a testament to the power of genuine accountability, the kind that can soften even the harshest public judgment. So, what do you make of Ellen's attempt to bounce back? Share your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more.